Hello, my zesty Capricorns. It is Eileen, and thank you so much for stopping by Zesty Tarot. So, let's get started on your reading. I apologize for the delay. I ain't got no excuse. I was just chilling. So anyways, let's get into your reading and see what the universe wants to talk about. What message do you need to know at this time? Sweet universe, what message do you have for my zesty Capricorns? What do they need to know right now? How have y'all been? Y'all been alright? I hope so. Okay, well that came out, so your earth sign. So we have earth here. So I'm kind of getting the sense, since this is actually a bonus card, we'll just set that right there. Actually, a little close. There we go. So I kind of feel like this is saying that there's a need for grounding at this point in time. But we're going to continue, because this is the first time I've ever seen that card. And when I see the number 11, I think of one-on-one. So there is a need for some one-on-one, you and God, you and nature. You might be overwhelmed, or this could be a present situation where you're just kind of laying low and keep it to yourself and trying to figure out your life right now. And that's okay. I feel it's strong right here. So we have winter, your story, and then at the bottom of the deck we have summer. All right, so all work, no play. Some of you are taking life too serious. So let's get into it. I want to look at the booklet here to see why number 11 Earth is here. Okay, it says, on the earth my body is formed each day by the energies of my experience shall seek her out. Okay, so the precious moment of an empath is to remember every cell in our body is made up of energy of the earth. With this knowledge, we can practice the remembrance of grounding every stone, plant, every tree, and creatures. Walk and swim has gifted in their energies and elements into their own bodies. As the tree sends roots down into the earth, mingling with all the stones brings, I'm trying not to stumble over my words, beings in the fertile soil, there is an anchoring to the earth. There is strength and the abilities to pass through all of its energetic experiences of our bodies to the ground. I know I probably just jacked that up or whatever. Just like the lightning rod is grounding to the earth to render an explosive charge harmless, so that we are grounded to disperse emotional turmoil of life as it returns into our system. Am I remembering that I am of earth and reside as an energetic container? Am I coming from a place of honoring that experience of the physical self, making choices accordingly? Would grounding help me get through the situation? Would this be the highest solution possible? All right. And sorry, I have sinuses, so sinus problems. So anyways, like I said, I feel like you are in need of a one-on-one connection with you and God. There are some things that's going on, and like I said, all work, no play. You're taking life too serious. And so I feel like the best way for you to handle things is to step out and reconnect with nature. Or in other words, go outside. Touch some grass sometimes. Let the breeze hit your face. Let the sun hit your face. Play in water. Whatever the case may be, but you are in need of some recharging. Because with winter here, this is a moment where we take the time to relax. We hibernate. And so that's what that's saying. It's time for you to ground yourself. You need to relax a bit and allow God to work with you. Not for you, but with you. Meaning that you and God need to become a team and conquer this obstacle that you may be facing, whether it is internally or externally. And with your story, I feel like you have a story to tell. And it is important for you to learn everything from your experiences so that you can place this in the book of life. Because whether you believe it or not, you do have individuals that look up to you, that wonder how you handle such things with grace, or at least it appears to be that way. So with the summer card, I feel as though this is saying that you are in need of fun. You need to stop taking your life so serious. Okay? So let's get into it and see why these cards are here. Okay, sweet universe, thank you for this foundation. So tell me, why are these cards here for my lovely Capricorns? Times. Okay. I love the art of these cards, but the card stock is not the best, especially for me because I am heavy-handed and I bend the crap out of them. All right. So the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. Don't be so smug about your circumstances. Okay? It's time for you to celebrate and live a little. Don't be so strict and restrictive in the things that you say and do, and even in your thought process. Hold on. If you feel this way because you feel as though your energy or your life is boring or unfair, it's time for you to look at things from a different perspective, which is important. This is why you need to go out and touch you some grass, because you are trying to control a little too much. And God is saying, here, sit down, let's talk, so that I can navigate what's going on for you and help you to see things that you were overlooking. So we have the King of Cups here. For some of you, this could be pertaining to love. That charming knight in shining armor. Someone that you're longing for to just come and sweep you off of your feet. And if this is possible, or if this is something that you're wanting, and this is a possible situation that is coming your way, I think that you need to be in the mindset to receive it. You cannot expect for your knight in shining armor to save you from everything. Because when you think about that shiny armor, that shiny armor is protection for him. So it's like you're looking for a stunt double to take on your obstacles, and that's not fair. And these are the things that you need to think about. If this is talking about a romantic sense, then someone is going to come your way. Something that is different than what you're used to. Someone that is more compassionate, has more of a creative flair. Someone that is going to be the refreshment that your soul is desiring. But I also see that in a personal perspective, this is you on the pursuit, a creative pursuit, trying to figure out where your place is in this world. Where do you belong? Well, the beautiful thing about it is that while you're on this horse, you could go anywhere you want and, make your claim there. Just as long as you are on a hot pursuit to let the world know that you exist and that your thoughts and your desires are validated. Just as long as you let that be known, you can't go wrong. We have the Ace of Wands here. I feel as though this is saying that if you just stop trying to control everything, that what you are wanting is going to be offered up. Or I'm sorry, it's going to be given to you. It could actually mean that things are going to transpire in the summer, or not in the summer, but in the winter. But I feel as though this is saying that when you actually stop the pursuit, now this is going to be a contradiction, because you're like, are you telling me that I should go and look for something, or are you telling me to be still? So creatively, be active in your pursuit of what it is that you're wanting to accomplish. What is it that you want to do? And make those, set those intentions for that thing. But I also said that if you're seeking a knight in shining armor, what you're really hoping for is someone else to take the burdens off of your hands, and that's not fair. You have to be responsible to do that yourself. And when you take the responsibility of handling the obstacles up front, then you're going to have that passion ignited. This could also represent the phoenix rising up from the ashes, dropping everything, or letting the ashes of what once was and re-emerging into something completely different. And this is when you are resting, when you stop trying to control everything. You have the Six of Cups here. The Six of Cups is the feeling of nostalgia. I also see this as an equal give and take. What you put out into the universe, you will be rewarded back. But this is playful energy. Think about the times when you were a child and how you didn't have a care in the world. You had the guts to jump and leap and skip. Even if you scratched yourself or bumped your head, you cried, but you got back up and you did it again and again and again. You got dirty. And so I feel that that's what the cards are saying. That's what God is telling you. It's okay to get dirty and be playful, because you might just find what you're seeking in this moment. And it's going to bring you back to your childhood memories. Now, if you say, well, I didn't have a good childhood. None of us did. But you can't tell me that there weren't moments that you still hold on to, that you remember as a child, that put a smile on your face. Those never left you. And if the happiness that you felt is in relation to that memory, think about exactly what it was that you did. What made you smile? And chances are it was something that you created. Something that you experienced that was beyond your control, and you were mesmerized by it. And I'm pretty sure you thought to yourself, I want to do that when I grow up. Or I want to, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to see that again. So there's inspiration in that. Does that make sense? And like I said, don't be so smug. Don't think that your life is salty. Don't be arrogant either. Don't feel as though you can't be touched, because God has a way of humbling us all. So, yeah, that's what I'm feeling from this. All right, let's move on. Keep dropping my cards. All right. Oh, the places you will go. I keep looking at that Knight of Cups. When are you going to start protecting your energy? When are you going to start protecting the things that you love? Why are you looking for a man or a woman to do it? Where is your independence? Even if he's on that horse, he is still navigating that horse. He is controlling it with his will. He knows exactly where it is that he wants to go. When are you going to gain control of your emotions? And stop being entitled? I'm just wondering. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands here. That's interesting, because if this is a love connection here, this is saying that that knight in shining armor could be the one that will give you everything that you need in a compassionate way, whereas the Knight of Wands is he's there to hit it and quit it. He's only there for the moment. Or she's only there for the moment. But overall, this is saying for you to explore, because like I said, you don't need a knight in shining armor to protect your emotions. You don't need, or to have the ability to control or pursue what makes you emotionally passionate. You don't need a knight in shining armor to tell you what your passions are. These are all things that come from you. And when it comes to the Knight of Wands, the same thing applies. You don't need anybody to tell you what your passions are. You need to explore these things on your own. Going back to this right here, as a child, it is important for you to explore and to learn. Yes, you're going to bump your head, but you're not gonna die from it. Hopefully you won't. You might have some cuts and bruises along the way. That too is okay. Just as long as you take care of the wounds, you should be fine. But there is no excuse for you to rely on someone else to give you this passion. And as you can see on this situation, this knight, regardless of gender, she is on her knees beating a drum, and the horse is jamming out to it. Okay, so it's like she's giving the horse a break. You know, she's taking the time to learn a tune. Maybe something said, I want you to stop this pursuit real quick and stop right here and tap on this drum to this particular rhythm. And she starts doing it. She's like, okay, all right. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about you making these discoveries within yourself and finding your light. No one else's. That's not their responsibility. So we have the star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. And like I said, what you put in is what you're going to get back. That's that equal give and take with the Six of Cups. And this is the same thing with the universe. The universe is saying that when you actually tell me your plans, I'm going to see to it that they come to fruition for you. Faith without works is dead, but if you don't have hope, and I just recently learned this, if you don't have hope, then you could just forget about it, because there's no way that you can become a hopeless believer. That doesn't make sense. It's an oxymoron. You know what I mean? So you have to trust that the universe has your back in these circumstances. What isn't working out for you right now, or if you feel as though things are caving in on you, this is a time for a transition. That's what I believe. This is a time for healing, for you to allow God to really work in your life. You don't have to go to church to have God help you. I don't believe that. And don't let anybody try to make you believe that. I don't want to hear it. You can find God everywhere. He is everywhere. And the things that are out of your control, ask God to help you with those while you work on the things that you can control, such as your perception or the way that you handle the situation emotionally or logically or passionately. You two can become a wonderful team. And then we have the Tower card in reverse. All right, so when I see the Tower card in reverse, this is kind of like the Death card. Trying to stop death from happening is inevitable because it's gonna happen whether you like it or not. And I feel that when the Tower card abrupts or comes crashing down, this is the inability to move on from it, I believe, because you're thinking that everything that you worked hard for has been destroyed because of everybody else. Have you ever thought that maybe this tower that you are, trying to think of the word that I just escaped me. The tower that you are inhabiting, do you really think this is safe for you? Because it's built on unstable or unstable ground. And just because you have several stairs that will elevate you doesn't mean anything. Because if you don't have a strong foundation, you can kiss that tower goodbye. And for some of you, something has happened that has shaken your foundation. And it was painful. It was shocking, painful, devastating, annoying. And instead of, I don't know, I just kind of feel like now that it's said and done, you're still weeping over the damage. It's time to move on. I'm going to look at the card to see what else it says for this. Okay, so it says life becoming stale, refusing to change, fear of the unknown, avoiding disaster and denial. So basically, yeah, guys, some of you are in denial. Some of you don't want to change because you believe that this night should be your saving grace. And if that's the case, I'm going to be flat out honest. He definitely doesn't deserve you. I know that's hard to say or hard to hear, but it is what it is. How dare you expect for someone to throw themselves in harm's way for you? Who do you think you are? That smug attitude will get you nowhere. And I don't care if I offended you or not. You need to know. Okay. Am I missing the card? Hold up. No, I did it the wrong way. Alright, there we go. It goes there. No, because I'm missing a card. Hold up. Something's missing. I am tripping. How did that happen? Oh, I know what I did. Alright, hold on. Okay, and then we already have that, and then we have that. All right. I don't know how I ended up missing one, but whatever. So, that's crazy. I'm tripping. I can't believe I just magically See, look at me talking smack to y'all, and that's my karma. I'm not gonna hold back what I said though. So anyways, yeah. How dare you assume that somebody should fight your battles for you, whether they are emotional, mental, whatever the case may be. No, if you have the ability to fight, then you should get your ass up and fight for what it is that you are fighting for. Because like I said, who are you? Okay? Obviously, I mean, because if you were all that, you wouldn't be needing anybody to save you from your circumstances. And I hate to say that in that way, but it is what it is. So some of you need to get your head out of your ass. Walk away from that attitude. Walk away from it, because that's not serving you at all. Dive deep into your passions. Stop for a moment. Have some fun. Stop taking things so serious. Allow the universe to help you. Control what you can control. Let God handle the rest. This resistance, because you feel like you shouldn't have to change for nobody, that's not going to get you nowhere. I'm trying to tell you. Alright, so now that we got that out the way, I can't believe I forgot that other card, but it is what it is. Let's see. Is there another? Okay, here we go. I'm quiet because I'm trying to shuffle. Alright. Oh, hold on. One more shuffle, because I need to make sure that previous readings are shaken off of this. Alright. There we go. That still trips me out how I forgot a card. Right there. All right, so we have the Empress, Mother Grothrel, is that her name? From Rapunzel. First and foremost, now I know this is a contradiction to what I just said, but you need to be humbled in some aspects. Some of you have a low self-esteem and this false sense of entitlement, the smugness of the Nine of Cups shows. It also shows because Mother Grothrel, whatever her name is, she can't be this zesty young woman without Rapunzel. So you have to understand that you are your own Rapunzel. Regardless of your circumstances, you have that magic in you. You just have to figure out how to implement it in a way that will work for you. taking advantage of somebody else to do your bidding is not it. But I think that you need to take a moment to look in the mirror and realize that you are a human being. You're not a robot. And you need to allow yourself to feel. You also need to allow yourself to conceive yourself, you know, these things that you're wanting to accomplish in your life. Allow yourself to be fruitful in the making. We have the Three of Coins. The Three of Coins. Teamwork makes the dream work. It does not mean that you are... Excuse me, I had to stretch my leg out. My leg hurts sitting in this position. I know this is supposed to be my altar, but this is my bed, whatever. But teamwork makes the dream work. This is another number 3. You have to be able to create the resources to make some of your passions come to life. And if you don't have the means right now, it does not mean that it's not meant for you at all. It just means that you have to work a little harder to establish the resources and the time and the energy. So I believe that you and God together, if you tell him what it is that you want, he's going to handle the things that you cannot control. Again, while you focus on setting those intentions. Look at that tower. It's interesting that Lady Grothrill came up and then here we go. And you have the tower again. I feel like with the tower card in the upright this time around, this is saying that you are going to allow the tower to fall. And that you are going to adapt to your new environment. Because, first off, placing blame will never do anybody any good. Trying to play the victim is not going to do anybody any good. Being lazy is not going to do anybody any good. What the heck was that? Oh, someone. How are you going to use or play with fireworks in broad daylight? I wish that people would make sense of the situation. Make it make sense is what I'm trying to say, but whatever. And then let's look at the bottom of the, we're not the bottom of the deck. We have the Fool card here, which is Kronk, and this is new beginnings here. And so this is letting me know that you could look. And what was that we just said? Begin. Oh no, I'm not. That's a different reading. I'm sorry. Let me hush. So, anyways, but yeah, new beginnings. New beginnings is going to come about. It's okay to play. Don't be reckless while you play, but it's time for you to have some fun. Don't take things so seriously and learn as you play. That's what I'm hearing. Learn as you play. All right, so is there anything else? Yes. I'm getting confused with my other readings, which is very easy to do. But yes, I'm glad to see that with that Tower card being upright, that if things happen unexpectedly, you will allow and understand that this change is necessary because it was built on unstable ground and you have the ability to build again. That does not mean that it's not meant for you. Just the tower that you were in before had to be destroyed because it was built off of lies and deceit. So for some of you that are having trouble with your confidence and you don't think that you're good enough, my comment about who do you think you are, that ain't for you. That is for those that are smug, that do think that their shit don't stink, and you have to be humbled and be like, no, no, that's not how you do things. Trying to manipulate somebody to get what you want is not how you do things. And I don't care if you get offended or not. That's a no-go. I can't even talk. It's a no-no. Now asking for assistance, that's different. Most of us are grown adults, so we should know the difference, right? I hope so. Feel it there. So we have the King of Cups here, and it's interesting because this shows promise that that knight in shining armor that you were hoping were going to solve your problems for you is going to transform within you. And you will have the compassion of understanding, the gift of intuition, and you will possess an abundant amount of creativity. And I love the fact that your emotions are in check. That's why he is able to sit comfortably on those waves, even if they are. He doesn't get what's the word I'm trying to say? He doesn't get seasick from the instability. He goes with the flow. He understands that. All right. The Moon card is next. Can you see that? And with this, I still believe that this is you having that conversation with God and asking Him to highlight those fears so that you will be able to face them head on and understand that they are nothing but illusions. Nothing but shadows. But honestly, the best time to do things or to face things is when you are afraid. But allow your intuition to be your compass in all of this. You got the Empress card again. What I love about the Empress in this form, doesn't matter what illustration it is, it's the position to me. And the fact that she is claiming who she is. Excuse me, I had a sip of a soda and I'm trying not to burp. Excuse me. Okay. The Empress waits for nobody. And that's the beautiful thing about it. You don't have to wait on anybody to solve your problems for you. Why? Because you finally get it. You finally get it. And what I love is that this reminds me of the biblical scripture about the woman with the crown on her head that is pregnant and is about to give birth to something. I can't remember. And she's faced with, she has this dragon before her. And she's about to give birth. And God places her in the wilderness to where she could safely give birth to this baby. Sometimes the circumstances that you're in could be your wilderness. And you have everything that you need in the wilderness to give birth to this creation. Everything that you need in the wilderness is what you need to have this baby. You just need to take the time to claim who you are, who you are becoming. I don't want you to become this version of the Empress, having to rely on somebody else to be beautiful in every sense of the meaning. I want you to be pregnant with it. I want you to give birth to this preconceived idea that you are the bomb. But for those that are trying to get away with things because you're being smug about it, I ain't talking to you. You need to learn a lesson. You have the Tower again. 3 times you experience this Tower. So that's a strong notion right there. To have the Tower 3 times in a row is letting me know that something that you have said to yourself, something that you believe, it's coming down. It's coming down. And you may not see it coming, but I'm warning you that whatever this situation is, whatever this thought process is going to come down, because it is unstable, I keep wanting to say that, unstable, and God is about to tear it all down. It is time for you to start over and see things from a total different perspective. Whether you like it or not, it's happening. Okay? So, where are these cards at? Because I'm just going to leave this here. Alright. Sweet universe, what message do you have for my lovely Capricorns? At the end of the day, regardless if you are a little too big for your britches right now or not, I just want what's best for you. And I just want you to understand that trying to take advantage of others in order for you to get what you want is not the way to go. So I want you to be successful in all that you do. But that entitled, stubborn mentality is not the way to go, and you need to walk away from it. All right. Good morning. The world awaits you. That's the first card. Look at that. Endings are inevitable. The Throne. Your potential is endless. And the bottom of the deck is Lioness. You've earned all your stripes. All right, so let me grab my booklet here. I got to figure out where I put it. Okay, so number 40 Morning. The world awaits you. And it says you've been alive, sure. You've been waking up, doing what you need to do to get through your day, going back to sleep, repeat. Have you been living though? Truly living. I think you need to hear this now than ever. Your life is incredibly precious. Out there is a world that awaits you. Now is the time to make good moments and learn to treasure them as they come. So it starts with you having this moment. Because like I said, I feel like some of you are going through some things. And there is a one-on-one that is needed between you and God. Or whoever you refer to. But it's time for you to start living. And going through, I get it, like those emotional trials, they're never fun. And yes, it is easy to ask for someone that appears to be stronger than us to stand in the way so that we can take a breath, if you will. But if that's the case, then just keep your butt in the house. Don't pull anybody else in it. Don't expect for somebody to carry those burdens for you. Don't expect that there is going to be someone that is infallible, that can take everything on. They are human too. They have emotions just like you. So you're not gonna know what it's like to live until you start living it. And all of these experiences are important so that you will be able to tell your testimony to someone one day. Because there is someone that is looking up to you, trying to figure out how you make things look so graciously. So my question is, are you prophesying a false situation? Are you deceiving people? Are people doing your bidding for you because you are too scared to handle it on your own? Because if that's the case, then I need you to go on ahead and admit that you have not done half of the stuff that these people believe that you have, because you got other people doing it for you. Anyways, so we have number 37, which converts into 10, and it says gray. Endings are inevitable. Let's see. It says, as humans, we tend to see things in black and white, forgetting to account all the gray in between. There's someone in your life who has begun to fade away, or maybe they're gone altogether now. Don't fight it. Real relationships are not the same as the fairy tales we know and love. There is no neat and tidy bows to tie up things at the end, leaving you satisfied. Acceptance isn't easy, but all you need to do is, but there's a thing you need to work toward. We all can create our own closure. You don't need to hear from anybody about a certain circumstance. And if this is talking about someone that you are having a hard time letting go. But what I'm thinking that this is talking about based off of this energy right here, I think that you need help letting go of certain cycles. I also think that you need to face the fact that you've been living a lie all this time. Because your foundation, I think you are aware that your foundation is not stable. You know that you're not happy where you are. So instead of trying to put people in a situation and making a bigger mess than what you already have, it's time for you to close the book yourself. Close this book so that you can start on this one over here. Your throne is endless. I'm sorry, your potential is endless. Let me read to you what it says. It says, at the risk of sounding cliche, you can do anything that you put your mind to. You are a mighty queen who is complex enough to be both gentle and valiant, just and magnificent, or any combination should you ever long for. The reason they tell you that you cannot have it all is because they are afraid that you will become even more dangerous than you already are. That kind of puts me in that situation, huh? That's not what I'm saying here. You can. The problem that I have with you is, for some of you, should I say, is that what you want, you think that somebody else can do for you. But if you heard, it says your potential is endless. So I want you to go out there and make it do what it does. That's what I want for you. And it says right here, Lioness, you have earned all of your stripes. This is number 13, which if you convert that to a solid number, this would be 4. This is the stability. Because you have what? Let me see. Yeah. I think that you are just in a situation where you're trying to hold on to this state of mind because that's all that you know. And God is trying to destroy this from you or take it from you so that you can start anew and create a new foundation. You have earned all your stripes. So this is letting me know that you have done the work. You have been through some battles. Hence, the wilderness. Okay? You were made for this. This is why God is going to carry you into the wilderness to allow you to give birth to these dreams and these aspirations and these passions of yours. And the devil, or the dragon, if you will be destroyed if he even comes close to you. So, ever thought that maybe, like, I feel like you're holding on to this unstable tower because you're wanting stability, but God is trying to take that away from you, trying to destroy it. You need to be vulnerable, okay? You've already earned your stripes. Everything that you have been through, you've been through a lot, honey. You have been through a lot, which is how I know that you will be able to handle this moment of vulnerability. Because now that you are exposed, you're in the wilderness though. You're protected. So it says naturally, sometimes with growth comes a little scarring. You've come incredibly far. And you should be proud of the person you've become. Think of your scars not as a reminder of the pain that you have endured in the past, but as proof that you can survive anything. And what I think this is saying is, yes, because of the fact that you have the Tower card 3 times. First time it was resisting the change. The end of the reading was you accepting the change. And then, of course, again, where was the, I want to make sure. The overall message is the inevitable change. Like you finally embracing the idea that, the destruction learned or taught you something. It definitely, I'm about to say learned you something. I know some people that say that. But it taught you some valuable things about yourself. And that will build up that resilience in you. So I think this is just a period of growth for you. You are coming into your own. And yes, you have earned all your stripes, but please don't utilize that and put somebody else through what you've been through. That's a impoverished mindset. It's an enslaveful mindset. Don't do that to somebody because you didn't feel comfortable when it was being done to you. So don't expect for somebody to carry your burdens for you when you have the strength to face them head on. I should have said that in the beginning instead of questioning you like, who do you think you are? But at the same time, you need to know that's not okay. Don't stop fighting this change, because you're going to change for the better. You need to change for the better. This is going to get you out of that, it's going to get you out of that jungle mentality. I think that you'll be able to handle things if you need to. If you need to have that wilderness come out of you, so be it. Embrace your wild womanhood or your wild manhood. But there's a time and place for everything. Okay? So, if this reading resonates, please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, tell your friends about me, but most importantly, remember this: when life gives you lemons, always keep it zesty. Take care, dear Capricorn. Bye.